Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. In the previous class we have discussed the split that occurred in Congress in the year 1969 and the reason of this split was the presidential election which was held in the same year. We have seen how there were two candidates for the election of the president, and in these two candidates, one candidate was the official candidate of Congress and he was Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, and there was one more candidate who was an independent candidate who was the then vice president of the country, and he was V.V. Giri. V.V. Giri stood as an independent candidate, but he has the support of the Prime Minister who belonged to the Congress party. So this was a unique condition which was existing at that time. And we have seen that at the time of election, at the time of voting, the Congress president Nijalingappa issued a whip, and through this whip it was ordered to all the Congress MPs and MLAs to vote in favor of Sanjeeva Reddy. As we know, in the election of president, the MPs, elected MPs and MLAs take part. So all the MPs and MLAs who belong to Congress party were given instruction through this whip by the party president that they must vote in favor of Sanjeeva Reddy. And on the other hand, what we find that Indira Gandhi, she said that all the MPs and MLAs, you should only vote according to their consign. And this was called by Mrs. Gandhi openly, and in a way it was openly disobeying the whip of the party president. It was open disobedience of the whip of the party president. And in this election, what happened that both the candidates were given vote, and in this V.V. Giri won the election and Sanjeeva Reddy was defeated. And this defeat of Sanjeeva Reddy was has proved that the MPs and MLAs of the Congress party has not followed the whip. They have not voted according to the whip of the party president. They voted, as said by Mrs. Gandhi, according to their consign. Okay, so we see that this defeat of Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, who was the official candidate of Congress, this defeat led to the split in Congress. The party president, the Congress president, expelled Mrs. Gandhi on the ground of indiscipline, though she was claiming that her group was the real Congress. And by November 1969, this split was very clear. Now there was one party which was Congress organization, Congress O. In this O there were the senior leaders of the Congress. Syndicate, we have discussed these syndicate leaders, syndicate Congress. This was the senior and influence leader of the Congress. And on the other hand, the group of Indira Gandhi was known as Congress Requisitionist. They were called requisitionist because they requisite for the meeting of the AICC, All India Congress Committee. Okay, requisition means they have made requirement that there must be a meeting of All India Congress Committee. For that reason, for that requirement which is made by the Congress which was led by Mrs. Gandhi, this Congress was named Congress Requisitionist. Okay, so we have discussed all these things, and now this was Congress old party and new party. Old was organization and new was this R, Congress R. Okay, and from here only Mrs. Gandhi, she started to project this split as an ideological divide. What was the reason for the split? According to Indira Gandhi, the reason for the split was the ideological differences between the two groups, because her group was pro-poor. She was projecting herself as pro-poor, and she started to implement so many socialist move, like land reforms, land ceiling, then privatization of nationalization of banks. Okay, so all these decisions. Then she also decided to end the privy purse, abolish the privy purse which was given to the kings who were merged in the Indian nation. So these all moves were socialist move, and it was a very deliberate move taken by Indira Gandhi, because she was of the opinion that it was very right estimate done by Mrs. Gandhi, because in India the number of poor people was very much, and because of this pro-poor image of Congress R and Indira Gandhi, what happened that the support of poor people was there with Congress R, and according to Mrs. Gandhi, Congress O supported the rich people. That was pro-rich. They were conservative. They don't want any change. Whatever changes she was going to take place, they are not in favor of those changes, the socialist changes, because they are conservative and they are pro-rich. So all these ideological differences led to the split of Congress. This was the opinion of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and this was presented before the people, that this ideological gap, this ideological divide was the reason for the split of the Congress. But actually ideology has nothing to do with all these things. It was only the power. The politics is only about power, and Mrs. Gandhi was feeling obstruction from these senior leaders. She was not able to play her role in a dominant manner, and they were creating obstruction, and so this was the reason that all this happened. And then we see that when Congress R splitted from Congress O, main Congress, when this main Congress divided into Congress O and Congress R, what happened, that the government was formed by Congress R. Okay, and now this government came into minority, because number of MPs जो थे वो reduce हो गए. Okay, and because of this reduction in number of MPs of Congress R, what happened, that it came in minority. So you must understand this, that Congress was a single party, and in 1969 it was divided into two parts: Congress O and Congress R. Now, in the election of 1967, this Congress was given majority by the people. But in 1969, when the party was divided, then we find that the Prime Minister belonged to this group, Congress R. So, the government was still made by Congress R only. The government belonged to Congress R only. But now the member of Lok Sabha members, the member of Lok Sabha reduced from the Congress R. Now this government of Congress R came into minority, and at this time this Congress R government got the support from CPI and DMK, Communist Party of India, and Dravid Munnetra Kazhagam. These were the two parties who gave their support to Congress R, and in this way this minority government became a majority government because it got the support of CPI and DMK. Okay, and now we see that the government was, this was the components. These parties were the component of the government. Congress R was the main component, and it was getting support from CPI and DMK. Now, Congress R, under the leadership of Indira Gandhi, was very much conscious of its socialist image. It wanted that the people must recognize the party as a socialist inclination, and because of this thought, during this period the socialist moves were taken very actively by the Prime Minister, like land reforms laws were, there were very much force to implement these land reform laws. Then the government also undertook land ceiling legislation. So the purpose of all these things was to maintain its socialist character. People should always remember that there is only one party which works for the poor, and that party is Congress R. Okay, so this was the situation which was prevailing in the year 1970, we can say, because the split was done in November 1969. So the whole year moved like that. But now, though government was there of Congress R, Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister, but she was not having clear majority, and this lack of clear majority was causing obstruction in her way of working, and she was not she did not want to be dependent on other parties like CPI or DMK for the majority. In this situation, if CPI or DMK stop giving their support to the government, then what will happen? What could have happened? That the government could have fallen. Why? Because the government, in that case, government will come in minority, and it has no right to be in power. So in a way, the government of Indira Gandhi was dependent on CPI and DMK, and she was not she was not liking this kind of dependence on other political parties, and she wanted to uh, make her party strong. And in this situation, she took a very bold decision, a decision which was very difficult to take in this type of circumstance. The decision was to dissolve the Lok Sabha. She recommended the president to dissolve the Lok Sabha in December 1970. So this bold decision was taken by her to dissolve the Lok Sabha, and in this way she paved the way for new election. And the fifth general election was held in February 1971. Okay, so this was the, we can say this was the level of confidence in Mrs. Gandhi. Her party was completely a new party. All the senior leaders were in Congress O, and this Congress R was consist of the new leaders, and she was not having the majority in the Lok Sabha. Still she took such a bold decision to dissolve the Lok Sabha and go for a fresh election. So this was the period also. We must understand all these things, because consciously the effort was taken by the Congress R that people must recognize this party as the party of poor. And this is the reason we have seen that she has decided, Mrs. Gandhi took a decision to abolish the Privy Purse. But this decision was very controversial, because though Nehru was also not in favor of this Privy Purse, because it was against the spirit of democracy and equality. Still he never took such decision to abolish the Privy Purse. But Indira Gandhi took this decision, and because of her decision, what happened that Morarji Desai, who was the deputy prime minister in the government of Indira Gandhi, he resigned over this issue, because in his opinion it was a breach of faith, because we have promised to the kings of princely states that this amount will be given to them on hereditary basis. So in spite of the resignation of Morarji Desai, she was very firm on her decision. Then what happened that the government tried to pass it from the parliament, the law regarding this abolishment of a Privy Purse. But this Amendment Act could not be passed from the Rajya Sabha, because in Rajya Sabha the government was in minority. So when the Indira government was not able to pass this amendment bill for the abolishment of papers, then she issued an ordinance. What is ordinance? Ordinance is a way of it's a kind of law. When the parliament is not in session and some situation has arisen in which law is to be made immediately. So in that situation, the president is given the power to issue ordinance. This is the ordinance. And actually we know all the powers of the president is used by the prime minister. So when she was not able to pass the amendment bill from both the houses of the parliament, then she issued this ordinance, and through this ordinance the privy purse was abolished. But then we see what happened, that this power, it was argued that it was misuse of power, and the matter went in Supreme Court, and the court struck down the ordinance. In the opinion of court, this was not done constitutionally, so it was struck down. So after this, what happened, that when she decided to dissolve the Lok Sabha in December 1970 and fresh elections were to be held in February 1971, during this period, one of her most important issue in the election campaign was the privy purse, end of privy purse. So in this way she was projecting herself that she wants to abolish the privy purse, but there are many leaders, especially the leaders of Congress O, who are not supporting her in this act, and because she is not getting support from other parties, she is not able to abolish this privy purse. And the poor were very much inspired by this move of Mrs. Gandhi, because it was thought that whatever money is spent on this privy purse, that can be saved after the abolishment of privy purse, and that can be spent for the welfare of the poor people. So in this way we see that her main purpose was to show the whole country that she is pro-poor, because the poor people were in majority in our country at that time. The number of poor people was very high, and if she becomes successful in projecting herself as the leader of the poor, then she will be able to gain so many votes, she will be able to gain so many seats, because democracy is just a game of numbers. उन्हें बस वोट चाहिए, एंड वोट तभी मिलेगा जब लोगों को लगेगा कि आप उनके लिए काम कर रहे हैं. एंड these poor people were in majority, and they were of the opinion that it is only Indira Gandhi who will solve all the problems of their life. So this is the leadership quality. You must have this type of charisma that people see a masiha in you. काम कुछ हो या ना हो, that is not important. It should be felt that the government is doing for the poor only. Actually, that was not the case. It was only the propaganda. It was only propaganda, and nothing was done. But the poor were feeling that so many things are done by the Prime Minister. So this was the situation, and we see that the electoral contest starts, and it was the opinion of the political leaders, of the political analysts, that the condition of Congress is very bad, because in the fourth election the performance of Congress party was very poor, and after that poor performance the party was divided. So its support base has reduced. जितना सपोर्ट बेस था उसमें और रिडक्शन होगा, क्योंकि पार्टी जो है वो अब डिवाइड हो चुकी है. मोर ओवर, all the senior leaders, all the influential leaders of the Congress party were now in Congress O. So it was believed that Congress O is in a beneficial position. कांग्रेस आर की हालत बहुत ख़राब है, ऐसा समझा जा रहा था. ओके, एंड to make the condition worse, what was done, that a grand alliance was made during this election. This was the 5th general election. Okay, so during this election a grand alliance was made. This grand alliance was consist of non-communist and all the major non-communist and non-Congress opposition parties. Okay, so who were the part of this grand alliance? The non-communist and the non-Congress opposition parties. So it was considered that the condition of Congress is very bad, and now its condition will become worse because of this grand alliance. Okay, so we see that in this grand alliance there were so many parties like SSP, PSP, then Bharatiya Jan Sangh, Swatantra Party, Bharatiya Kranti Dal. All these parties were the part of this grand alliance. Okay, and there was one more alliance, and that alliance was this was the alliance called Grand Alliance. Okay, जिसमें नॉन कांग्रेस एंड नॉन कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीज थी, और there was one more alliance was there, and this was Congress R with CPI, Communist Party of India. Okay, so these two alliances were there at that time in the election, and there were so many happenings during the election. We will discuss all these in the next class.